was like first day of school vibes. Like when we pull up, we see this like wrapping line. Like, all right, we'll see you later. It was like dropping off your toddler the first day of preschool. It was very cute.
Actually walking into Apple Park and seeing that gigantic ring, the spaceship, that was one of the most unbelievable moments that I've ever had.
I could see the joy on your face in every picture. And the experience, getting to experience it through you is something I'll never forget.
I know for a lot of people it doesn't really make sense. It's just a company, it's just a building. I owe a lot of my creative energy and drive to Apple, I think. It was my first computer that was actually able to predict what website I wanted to go to before I typed it. It showed me iMovie for the first time. And, walking through that and seeing all of the Apple employees that were excited for us to be there, seeing the gigantic building and all of the incredible developers that were there was so cool. And it's not something that I'll ever forget. I walked in, I got myself situated with some breakfast, and I'm kind of sitting out over the park area, and I look to my right and I see that iconic rainbow statue that's out there in the field at Apple Park. And I'm just kind of taking it all in, and I took a picture, and I look to my right again, and I see that there's a person there, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just want to take a photo, please go ahead. They asked to sit down with me, and we start talking, and so happens that the dude works at Apple, and he was part of their design team. And we talked for maybe 5-10 minutes about, what WWDC means to me, what Apple means to me, why I'm excited about all this stuff, what I'm working on. And it felt pretty cool to be able to talk about that stuff to somebody who knows, more about it than I do, but somebody who's actually interested in it and knows the technical aspects of what I'm trying to communicate and achieve. That was something that was unbelievably cool to me, that I had a random Apple employee come up and talk to me. I don't know, it's just cool. We get situated, we kind of walk around Apple Park for a little bit. The keynote doesn't start for maybe an hour or two. And then I sat down. Unfortunately, I didn't get one of the good seats. I got a good seat, but I didn't get one of the ones in the shade. The keynote started. I tried to record a little bit of the intro, and I did. There was a little bit of a mishap with some unruly attendee that got removed from security, like in a blink of an eye. It was unbelievable. But the event went on, and it was pretty cool. Kind of being in just a communal space with a bunch of nerds, hearing all this stuff for the first time, hearing the rumors get confirmed, hearing some new stuff that we weren't expecting, and being able to cheer for it, as a group of nerds that were all into this kind of stuff. It was really cool. And then after the keynote presentation, we kind of got to walk around Apple Park more. I took a photo with the Formula One car from F1, the movie. And then I walked around, I talked to a few of the Apple engineers, part of the workshops. Just kind of took it all in. I didn't really talk to too many other people. My phone was about to die too, so I went over to the Apple Park Visitor Center and charged my phone up for a little bit. I bought some stuff. I bought a notebook, a pen, a shirt, and a hoodie. And, that was a big reason why I wanted to go too, was be able to get some pretty cool swag. And I did. It was expensive, but I did it. And I went back to the event after that and walked around for a few more minutes. They were getting ready to do their final event, but I ended up deciding to leave. I was out in the sun all day. I had the sun like beating directly on me. I was burnt like an apple. So I called an Uber. I called an Uber and got a ride back to the hotel and met up with Lucas and Josh. We went out for dinner after that to kind of cap off our trip. And that was that.